Hi Hilary, what is Vinyasa?
What is Vinyasa? Well, that's a great question. I have a very particular kind of mission, which is to unravel what that means for people. Because I think that we've reduced the meaning of Vinyasa to this idea of flow, which it is, or this idea of a few set of poses linked together, like upward dog, downward dog, this kind of chaturanga thing, which it can be called. But it's way more than that, and it's a super important part of yoga. And to be honest, even though in a Vinyasa style class, of course, you would expect to find Vinyasa in it, this breathing, moving, which starts to feel like flow. But at higher levels of Iyengar yoga or Shivananda yoga, or I imagine even Bikram yoga, I can imagine at any deeper form of yoga, this principle will be present because it connects to your awareness and how you move and how you're present with your breath inside of this living system body. So it's very much about like moving into a pose, so how you move in, how you stay in a position, and how you move out. And what I love about learning about Vinyasa, besides all of the finer and finer ways of just being and feeling and noticing what's going on, is that it reflects life. Because, for example, I like to use this example, which is, for example, some of us, very easy to get in a relationship, next. Some of us, very easy or not easy to stay in a relationship, you're either in too long or you in too short. And others have a hard time getting out of a relationship, or maybe they get out super fast. And I always like to ask people, look at your practice in your moving in and out of your postures. What part do you prefer? The entrance, preparation, getting it perfect, the being in it, or the getting out? Or does some part of that fall apart? And that for me is a kind of a window into yourself very often. It's interesting.
It's really interesting. And now, secondly, what is Krama then?
Well, the Vinyasa Krama, which is the second point of often described Vinyasa Krama. Krama is translated as stages or steps. It basically means unfolding of something in a progressive, orderly way. So, and you can look at Krama in the way you build up a posture. So you start from basic and you go to more complex. It can be in the way you build up a whole practice or a class. It can be in, the way you language something from simple to more complex. But it is really the way we learn. And what happens is that people sometimes, especially now in modern yoga, they I like this pose and I like that pose, and I'll put those two together. But there's no real relationship, or the relationship is not really in a right stage. So people's bodies, you can feel it, or you can get kind of, it's not really working. And you also can create injuries, of course, if you try to do, like people that do chaturanga poorly, they haven't built the muscles, the body awareness, the stages of going down small, slow, build up the muscles. And then what happens is because they go too far in that pose too many times, of course they end up in an injury, for example. Maybe not today, tomorrow, but definitely in 3 or 4 or 5 years from now, they'll be having rotator cuff injuries. Example. So I want to invite you and tell you I'm going to be doing a little workshop on this coming up in July, the Foundations of Vinyasa Krama. So come and join me, and we'll do a lot of alignment work and learn how it feels in your body to build stage by stage, very much focused on your own practice.
Thank you.
Welcome.